Once a poor sinner was traveling along. He was weary and tired, so heavy laden, tattered and torn. Then he cried for mercy. Could somebody help me? And just then he knew that Jesus came through with his saving grace. Covered by mercy, cleansed by the flow. Though my sins were scarlet, Jesus washed them whiter than snow. There on the cross, he took my place. When he cried, it's finished, the sin debt was paid. Now I am free, forever saved. Mercy met grace. I was that sinner, wasting my life. Without a purpose, I had no direction and no hope in sight. Then I cried for mercy. Could somebody help me? And just then I knew that Jesus came through and saved me by grace. Covered by mercy, cleansed by the flow. Though my sins were scarlet, Jesus washed them whiter than snow. There on the cross, he took my place. When he cried, it's finished, the sin debt was paid. Now I am free, forever saved. Mercy met grace. Covered by mercy, cleansed by the flow. Though my sins were scarlet, Jesus washed them whiter than snow. There on the cross, he took my place. When he cried, it's finished, our sin debt was paid. Now we are free, forever saved. Mercy met grace. Now we are free, forever saved. Mercy met grace. Mercy met grace. Mercy met grace. Well, we are so excited to be with you all tonight, and we get to worship with you, and we're so looking forward to it. But before we get started with the rest of our songs, we do want to take a moment to introduce ourselves so you guys get to know us a little bit better. I know it was awesome getting to talk to a few of you before the service, but for those of you that I didn't get a chance to meet, my name is Andrew Faulkner, and I am a business management major going into my junior year over at Pensacola Christian College, and I am from the beautiful state of Washington, so I'm getting closer to home the further west we go, so I'm looking forward to that. And I also sing lead for the group. And then over at the piano, we have our awesome pianist, Ye Sung Kim, or you can just call him Carl, because it's a little bit easier to remember there. He is going into his junior year as well, and he is studying, actually, he just switched his major to music education.
And he plays the piano.
Yes, he does.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Roy. I am the high tenor for the group. I'm a junior business management major, and I'm actually just 2 hours north of here, from Phoenix, Arizona. So,
hey guys, my name's Titus Moore. I'm singing baritone for the group, getting ready to start my sophomore year studying cybersecurity. And I'm from way back east from Tampa, Florida.
Now I am the high tenor of the group. Oh, no, I'm the bass, actually. No, I'm just kidding. I'm the bass. My name is Blake Adams. I'm from Bardstown, Kentucky, and I am a sophomore studying criminal justice.
I spent in vanity and pride, caring not my Lord was crucified, knowing not it was for me he died on Calvary. Mercy there was great and grace was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. By God's word at last my sin I learned. Then I trembled at the law I'd spurned, till my guilty soul imploring turned to Calvary. Oh, the love that drew salvation's plan. Oh, the grace that brought it down to man. Oh, the mighty gulf that God did span at Calvary. Mercy there was great and grace was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. Oh, and now I've given to Jesus everything. Now I gladly own him as my King. Now my raptured soul can only sing of Calvary. Mercy there was great and grace was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. Mercy there was great and grace was free at Calvary. Calvary.
One of the things that God taught me in high school, or just whenever I was younger, was patience and learning to trust his will. So I told y'all earlier, I'm from Kentucky, and that's a big basketball state. So I grew up and I loved playing basketball. Basketball in the morning, evening, anytime. But whenever I was, I think in 5th grade, I got news that I had a very bad knee problem, that I was not going to be able to play basketball anymore. I could not run or do anything physical without dislocating or injuring myself. So it was then that I kind of felt God shifting me, kind of like, okay, you know, here basketball was your priority. Let's kind of move it over to music. And so it was through the process of different surgeries and everything that I kind of found my love for this music that we're singing. And I actually got the wonderful opportunity of going to a music school and learning about this music. So not only did I get my knee problem fixed, but God also gave me my physical ability to play and run and everything back on top of the music. So yeah, just one of the best things that I learned was just to trust in God's will, and you will never be happier. If I only had one song that I could sing you, one more story I could tell before I leave.
If I only had one message I could bring you, there's no question it would be about the cross, about the blood, about the place I found God's mercy and love. And although it's bittersweet, remembering the cost, there's something beautiful about the cross.
I could sing about the state of grace I lived in, and the peace and joy I have when times are tough.
And you'd see in all the blessings I've been given.
In the end, my life is just about the cross, about the blood, about the place I found God's mercy and love. And although it's bittersweet, remembering the cost, there's something beautiful about the cross. 2,000 years ago, if I had watched Christ die, I think I would have lost all hope, demanding to know why. But now I know his sacrifice means everything, and it's the greatest honor to sing about the cross, about the blood, about the place I found God's mercy and love. And although it's bittersweet, remembering the cost, there's something beautiful about the cross.
All right, I don't know if you've been able to tell already just from the few minutes we spent, but all the songs that we'll hear tonight and get to be able to enjoy, they're all focused on one thing, and that would be Jesus Christ, who he is, what he's done for you and me, what he means to us, what he could mean to you if you don't know him already, right? That's the whole thrust of the message tonight. And man, I love listening to those songs, and don't worry, they'll be back up in just a minute to be able to sing some more, and we'll be able to enjoy some more of those. But keep that in mind as you're listening. Everything we're going to hear tonight is centered around Jesus Christ and what he's done for us, all right? Listen, I have the great opportunity of traveling with these five and listening to them sing every single day, and we're thrilled with the opportunity. By the way, we're thrilled with the opportunity to be here with y'all tonight. I know we've been able to get to know Pastor a little bit over the past couple days and his family, and we had the opportunity to speak with some of you even before the service tonight. We're looking forward to afterwards as well, to be able to get to do that a little bit more. My name is Bill Fennell, and my wife Carissa is with me as well, and like I said, we have the wonderful privilege of traveling with these five all summer. We're just at the very beginning of our tour. We're headed to any state that you could think of out in the West. We're probably going to be there at one time or another throughout the summer. And we're pumped. We're excited for the opportunity that God's given us for this summer. As you came in, you probably noticed our display that we have back there. I did want to mention really quickly, all the songs, or rather at least one of them, of the songs that you'll hear tonight, we have available on our CDs that we have in the back. Now, all of those CDs are $15 a piece, unless you buy multiples. If you do, then they become $10. So you'll get one for $15, 2 for $20, 3 for $30, 4 for $40, so on and so forth, all right? So those are available in the back after the service. Those will be available to you. And also, any information that is on that back table that maybe you have a question, all right? We have a lot of brochures available to you. We'd love to get those questions answered. Maybe it's not someone that is immediately in your family. Maybe it is. You know, you have a student, a child. Maybe it's a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, whoever it is. Maybe it's a friend, someone that you know that might be interested in Pensacola Christian College. Stop by the table. Grab some brochures, ask some questions. You got a lot of different people here with a lot of different experiences, a lot of different stories at PCC. We'd love to help you out in any way we can with that. throughout the rest of the night, like I said, we'll hear some more songs about Jesus and what he's done for us. I did want to just take this brief second and talk about the display, but also right now I'm actually going to have Carl, he's going to play us a song, a special for us for this afternoon. And then as soon as he's done with that, I'm going to invite the guys up and they're going to sing a couple more songs. And I know we all can look forward to that. The next song that we're about to sing is a prayer to the Lord, and I hope that you guys can have the same prayer in your heart, and it's just praising him for his beauty and his love.
Jesus, I am resting, resting in the joy of what thou art. I am finding out the greatness of thy loving heart. Thou hast bid me gaze upon thee, and thy beauty fills my soul. For by thy transforming power, thou hast made me whole. Jesus, I am resting, resting in the joy of what thou art. I am finding out the greatness of thy loving heart.
How great thy loving kindness, vaster, broader than the sea. How marvelous thy goodness, lavished all on me. Yes, I rest in thee, beloved. No
of grace is thine.
Know thy certainty of promise, and have made it mine. Jesus, I am resting in the joy of what thou art. I am finding out the greatness of thy loving heart. Jesus, I am resting in the joy of what thou art. I am finding out the greatness of thy loving heart. I am finding out the greatness of thy loving heart. Of thy loving heart. This same Jesus who walked in Galilee, well now this same Jesus who talked beside the sea, well now this same Jesus by faith I have been told, this same Jesus will save your soul. Well now this same Jesus who heard the Hebrew children down in Egypt land, this same Jesus will lift your burdens. This same Jesus will take your hand. Well now this same Jesus who walked in Galilee, well now this same Jesus who talked beside the sea, well now this same Jesus by faith I have been told, my child, now this same Jesus will save your soul. Well now this same Jesus who locked the lion's jaw down in Daniel's den, this same Jesus will lift your burdens. This same Jesus will be your friend. Well now this same Jesus who walked in Galilee, well now this same Jesus who talked beside the sea, well now this same Jesus by faith I have been told, my child, now this same Jesus will save your soul. This same Jesus who walked in Galilee, this same Jesus who talked beside the sea, this same Jesus by faith I have been told. My child, now this same Jesus will save your soul. This same Jesus will save your soul. This same Jesus will save your soul.
That's such an awesome song to sing, and it's awesome knowing that the same Jesus that we served today is also going to be the same tomorrow and throughout eternity when we serve him. Something that I wanted to share with you guys, just a little bit about my testimony, is something that I actually learned when I was going through middle school and going into high school. I was homeschooled till I was in 8th grade, and then 9th through 12th grade for high school, I went to our Christian school that was with our church. And something that I struggled with when I went to the school was I wanted to be like everyone else. I wanted to, I guess, fit in with the crowd. I wanted to do what they were doing, even if it wasn't necessarily wrong, but I wasn't secure in who I was, and I wasn't trusting in Jesus to get me through each day. It wasn't until about 10th or 11th grade that I just started learning through the help of my personal devotions and also one of my high school teachers that I just need to trust in God. Like Blake was saying earlier when he was sharing a little bit about his testimony, I wasn't trusting in the fact that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever, like the Bible says. And that's something that he taught me as I was going through the rest of high school, and it's something that I still carry with me now. And it's just something that we can secure ourselves in knowing that he is the same, and we can really find surety to know that our faith is not in vain, and that the same Jesus, like we just sang, is the same yesterday and today and throughout eternity. The sound of love invites us to come running. The shepherd's voice is in our hearts. We walk his way, the pastures of his presence, and find in him the peace that grace imparts. He knows your name and speaks it to his Father. His thoughts are with you each moment of the day. He is no stranger to your hurt, your heartache. You're in his care, the shepherd knows your name. He never sleeps, our shepherd never slumbers.
He knows no night, his watch can never end.
He sees beyond the dangers of this moment. We need not fear what lies beyond the bend. He knows your name and speaks it to his Father. His thoughts are with you each moment of the day. He is no stranger to your hurt, your heartache. You're in his care, the shepherd knows your name. Don't be afraid, the dawn of hope is breaking. God's planned your tomorrows, he'll see you through today. He knows your name and speaks it to his Father. His thoughts are with you each moment of the day. He is no stranger to your hurt, your heartache. You're in his care, the shepherd knows your name.
For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.